Hey, what's up everybody? Wanted to show you the crazy thing I came up with for my car stereo. As in, I've got one of those cars. It's a 2001 Honda Accent, and probably more so for me because I've got arthritis plus a bulging disc in my back and arthritis in my feet. So my days of getting cramped and stuff, as in working on a stereo or getting up and under the dash of a car, them days are over, man. No more hamster balls for me, man. As in, I think even if I was in good shape, I wouldn't be able to work on the stereo in that car, man. I'd do good to be able to fit in it, to drive it. Those Accents, man, they're pretty small. But anyways, not only is the stereo a pain to get out, as in you got to take apart a lot of stuff and just mess with things that I don't want to mess with. Because I don't know, I'm in Arizona, so I don't know if the plastic would be brittle on taking off cords and cables. Plus the fact that the freaking idiots that came up with the stereo for my car decided to round off the corners of the faceplate for the stereo, so I'd have to literally cut corners out to get my good stereo to fit. I didn't want to do that, so I wanted to come up with something portable. So anyways, this is what I came up with, and it came out fucking wicked. Regular looking Nintendo Entertainment System from the front, giving gamers, and hopefully gamers of the future, years and years of entertainment. Wasn't important. Anyways, now you're playing with a shitload of power. Used this as my stereo box, and it fit in there beautifully. This was a pretty simple thing to do, man. Not hard at all. As in, I'm figuring most of these have it, because they're all made to slide into the dash of your car, to where if you have the right vehicle other than a fucking Honda Accent, you can pull the little clamps and slide it right out. Anyways, that extra piece on it that's metal that just slips over it, I use that to size up where I'm going to cut here, and did it just with a cutoff wheel on a Dremel, and came out perfect, man. Some of my best work, really perfect cuts. And then the one I got doesn't have anything for screws, it's just got the little pins that you bend out, so it kind of just stays in place in your car. But worked perfect for this, man, to where it will not slide out now. And then on getting it to rest in here good, as in not just be hanging there. Damn it, too many friggin' wires here. Hold on. I got wires going all over the goddamn place and stuff everywhere. Anyways, the bottom here, where you got this piece and that piece that's raised up inside, that is what the stereo is resting on. So I just made my cut just above that area there. So, say, man, perfect fit. Just enough room for all the wires. As in, the only thing I might change, which right now, no big deal. This heavy ass AV cable was the only thing I had for hooking it up to my amp. And as you can see, it's really heavy duty. And the jacks on it, I had to do here, was cut off that area there so I can bend the wire back more. As in, it's right up flush against the front of the system. So I'll show you the back of it here. As you can see, there's the back of the stereo, and just enough room for everything. And on twisting wires together, man, say, man, I'm just hooking this up to my amp, so really only wires I had to really twist together was for the power supply, and then for the little wire that either runs your electric antenna or powers your amp. I just twist them together and just hot glued them to the bottom of the system with a lot of hot glue so nothing will budge. And then to power this, can't find the end of it now, had an extension cable for like hooking up an air compressor to your car through the cigarette lighter. I'm thinking it was left over from our campground when we had it, when we had a motorhome, to where you can have that extra 5 feet or whatever so you can get to the back of the freaking motorhome and do the back tires. But it's one of the few that I found that I don't know if I have any others that say this or not. This one actually tells you which wire is what, as in positive and negative. So all I have to do is cut off the other end and wire it up to the stereo. Really cool. And it works beautifully. Tried it out earlier today, man, and phew, nice. Thing I got to do now is just go over the system a little bit. As in, I wasn't going to take one of my good Nintendos and do this. This is one of the ones that I had for just spare parts, but it's got some, not scuff marks, but like just marks or something, like, I don't know. But I'm figuring I can get rid of that with a magic eraser, and then I don't know if I want to do it or not. I was really tempted to see if I can draw a nice little freaking cartoon type picture to make fun of the I think it was the Memorex commercials back in the days, where it showed the dude kicking back in his lazy boy with his big ass stereo in front of him, blasting at him, and he's holding his martini, and the martini's flying out of the glass towards his face from all the power. Wanted to do something like that, but with Mario sitting in the lazy boy chair and have like a plunger flying by, maybe some turds, Luigi, the princess, I don't know, man. Whatever comes to the brain. Thought that would be funny to have on top of it for just some kind of a funny logo. And then maybe hit it up with some high gloss. I figured I'd try and do it in permanent marker. Otherwise, I'll just keep it looking all original. So, at least this way, since it's to the back, man, I can just back it up in my seat, throw a couple of Nintendo game pads on it, and anybody that looks at my car just think it's a freaking old school Nintendo and not even know there's a stereo, because all the wires would be facing me. So cool. Well, had to share this with you guys, man. Sometimes I come up with some crazy shit and it works. Catch y'all later. Like I say, man, for anybody who wants to try this, I've got another stereo that I've been planning on repairing, and same size. So I'm thinking any of the new stereos, you should be able to get it to fit in here, as long as it's like this and not one that's got like the freaking TV and all that shit on it. As long as it's this size, you should have plenty of room once you cut out all those little freaking screw type pegs in there for the circuit board and flatten everything out. Later.